Assalamualaikum, Nashidan. Walaikum assalam, Nachi. Dong dong dong. Welcome to Six Figure Discussions podcast. Today's episode is number 8. This is your host, Rish, Taz. With that out of the way, how you been, bro?
I've been good. It's been a very productive week on all fronts.
Yeah. I think this episode is going to be addition to the previous episode.
Definitely a compliment. I think the themes that we want to talk about are very much relevant to the themes that we were discussing last time around. And honestly, it's just like the way it worked out yesterday, or a couple of days ago when we recorded the previous episode. At the end of the recording, you just kind of spring it on me. Like that you apparently had this kind of experience in the past with online courses and these I guess side hustle gurus. And I was like, what the hell? Where was this? Why didn't we talk about this? Because it's definitely a very interesting conversation to have.
Yeah, I'm surprised we never talked about this.
Yeah,
like
I guess
outside of the podcast, just like in general. It's just never been one of the topics that we discussed throughout the years.
Yeah.
Okay, where can I start with this whole thing?
From the very beginning. I need to know how you came across the course, what the course was about, why did you even get interested in dropshipping to begin with? And, let's start with dropshipping, because I think there were multiple different courses that you tried over the years. But that one, I think, is the first one that you mentioned. So
yeah,
might as well just start with that.
Why dropshipping? First time I heard about dropshipping was in 2017 when I was working in New Jersey. That was my first job. That was right around the time when I started to think of different ways to try to make money, right? And I would see these ads, FBA, right? The Amazon business, the dropshipping business, and the two intrigued me. And after some time, I compared the two and just realized that FBA would probably take a lot more effort, whereas dropshipping sounds a lot more easier. It sounds like you don't. What do they say? You don't need to have inventory. You're just the middleman. Someone orders from your store. You just send that order to AliExpress website, and then they ship it. You don't handle anything, and you keep the difference, right? Whatever the price is on your website, whatever you pay to the supplier, you keep the difference from the total price. And so I watched a couple videos on YouTube. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do dropshipping. At the time, I don't know if you watched those ads too, but there were a lot of 17, 18-year-old kids advertising and posting their students with 100K stores and all that in 3 months, 1 month. And of course, it sounds like it looks like it's a big number, but if you remove the expenses, the ad expenses, if you remove all of those additional expenses on top of the total revenue, they probably walk out with maybe 10,000, 15,000, right? But at the time, I didn't know it. I'm like, oh, damn, 100K. Damn, that sounds like I'm early on this thing, right? I'm going to make some money with this thing. So then I started working on my website. I bought a domain from Shopify, started building my website, and I didn't know what it was going to be. And then I came across this one guy on YouTube. Forget his name, but he was a relatively small channel. I think he had like 50 subscribers or something. And he looked like a 18-year-old kid. And I was like, okay, let me just DM this guy. I DM'd this guy. He was super friendly, super nice. We started talking, and he's like, yeah, man, I can help you. I have my online course. You sign up, and I'm going to walk you through through the entire process. I'll always be there for you. If you need any help, websites, customers, I'll be there. I'm like, damn, man, this sounds like a bargain. $100, all of that. Okay, I'm signing up. I sign up. The moment I sign up, he disappears. He just stops replying to my DMs. And the phone number that he gave me that I was supposed to call whenever I needed help, just not in service. So I'm always like, okay, he's probably busy. And then I watched some of his, and he had online course, right? From, you know how they launch their courses on Teachable?
Yeah.
So this guy had his online videos, I think like total 10 videos. And in there he was saying how you should pick your niche, how you find the right supplier, where you look for clients, why you need Instagram, just really general information. And I was like, okay, what are people passionate about? People are passionate about pets. Okay, I'm gonna go with pets. And I got the Fiverr guy, I got the logos. Long story short, I had everything prepared. I had the logos, I built the website, targeted on people that have pets, cats, dogs. And I started dishing out content on that Instagram page. I think I made 1 or 2 sales total with like $40, $40 an item. And I was like, man, this thing is not working. Whatever this guy promised is not working out. There's got to be a better way to this. And that was when I was like watching more YouTube videos. You know, the free ones where they walk you through the whole process. I kept watching. And I came across this guy who just kept appearing in all these videos.
Yeah.
We won't mention names, but he was a really big dropshipping guy back in the days. And he knew how to talk to people on camera. He sounded really legit, incredible. And I was like, okay, let me do more research. Found him on Facebook. And you know how these people have testimonials on their website?
Yeah.
Found those people who left their testimonials on his website.
Really?
Reached out to them like, hey, what was your experience like with this guy?
Really went the extra mile with the research.
And they all seemed to reply, and they all were like, yeah, this guy's legit. Like, yeah, I'm making money with his business, and now I have other businesses. Just sounded like they made it, right? I'm like, shit, that's it. I'm going with this guy. And before I made the decision to buy his course, he had this online session for free for everyone to join. And he said it was live. But look, this what happened. You log in, I logged in, and I was watching this. I was watching the session that I thought was live. But you could obviously see it was not live. It was pre-recorded. And they were just rolling the tape. And in there, all he was doing basically his sales pitch game. Oh, you need to sign up to my course. It's $5,000. But today, if you are watching this live stream right now, I'm going to give it to you for $1,999 right now. You can claim it. This is yours. I don't usually do this. I am this guy. I'm known on YouTube. I'm known on Facebook. People follow me. Trust me when I tell you this. You will not find a deal like this. But if you still think whether you should enroll or not, and if you enroll once the session is over, there will be no more discount, right? Just doing all these, like creating urgency, right?
Yeah.
FOMO mentality, like kicking in hard. Right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, shit, $1,999. I know this discount is BS, but okay, $1,999. I'm gonna sign up. Let's see how it goes. So I pay $1,999 because I thought, remember the first course that I bought was $100. I'm like, if I got 2 sales with that guy for $100, how much more I could get with this guy?
Yeah.
And when you buy, they give you all these vanilla hopes, right? Telling you, yeah, you can cancel a subscription anytime within 30 days, money back guarantee, reach out to me, no big deal. You have your money done. I was like, okay, there's nothing to lose. I sign up. I am on this dopamine high, I had this built up. I'm on this, internally, I feel like this is already 2018.
Yeah.
I feel like, damn, I'm in the mountain peak. I'm about to conquer this whole world, man. Nobody knows what I'm about to do. And a day or two later, I get my access to his website. I get the access to his online courses. And I start drilling down on the content that he had on the website. And let me tell you, man, 70% of the content was not related with dropshipping, was not related with suppliers, was not related with anything. You know what it was about? The mentality. Him drawing the charts of like pyramid, right? And he's saying, oh, the 10% that make it, why they make it? Because they have mentors, they have coaches. What's that? And then your circle should be 33% of three different groups, 33% of people who are above you, 33% who are on the same level as you, and 33% people who are beneath you. Like all these like different things that at the time you think, yeah, you're right. Not realizing that while I watch this content, the days are ticking.
Yeah.
So the return policy is about to expire. So it was a geniusly crafted online course.
Yeah.
So yeah, I watch this guy's of course. I go through his content to finally get to his dropshipping part. Ends up being that his dropshipping material was pretty much the same as the $100 guy.
Oh my God.
There was no difference. And
for $2,000.
Yes, for $2,000. And when I signed up, he promised that in with this deal, you also get Facebook ads bundle on top. Basically, he's going to teach you how to do Facebook ads and all of that, right? Only to find out that by the time in the course, when you get to the part where you need to advertise, it's like, oh, now it's time for you to advertise. Sign up to my course. $700 for you. That's it. Get it. And you're going to be a master of Facebook ads.
What the hell?
Yeah. Again, like just rolls back on his promises. And I'm like, damn, I'm not going to pay. I already paid $2,000 for this guy. I ain't going to pay $700 for Facebook ads. I'm going to buy a book and I'm going to learn it on my own.
Yeah. So, especially for a bundle that you already promised.
Yes. So I buy the book on Facebook ads. I go through it. I create the ads. I don't know how much I end up spending. I think I reached out to like 20 different influencers, like pet influencers. They promote my products, right? You paid them $10, $15 per post or something. And I end up making not good money, but like, I don't know, $700, right?
Yeah. You almost made your money back.
Yeah, but the time that I put into it, well, it's not worth it. So I made $700 from Facebook ads. I put in $500.
Oh, so net you made $200.
Yes.
Wow.
I put in $500. I get $700 back, $200 profit, right? Minus the what's that? My actual profit is probably $100.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So after that, I'm like, man, I am not gonna. I don't know. Maybe it's time for me to just stop this thing because like. I don't think I'm willing to keep burning money like this, right? This is not worth it. I'm sure there are better ways to make money. And I email this individual about the cancellation policy because it was still within 30 days. I'm like, hey, unfortunately, I'm going to have to cancel on your online course. Can I have my money back? And then I reinstate an initial claim that, oh, it's within, if you reach out within 30 days. And I'm like, yeah, I reached out to you within 30 days. Please issue my refund.
Yeah.
Next day, he emails me back and he says, unfortunately, we give full refund back only to those who watch less than 30% of content on our online course. Oh. And you already watched 60% or something.
Wow.
And I was like, bro, are you serious, right? And I just go back and forth with him.
Oh my God.
Yeah. And I never get my money back. That was the lesson I learned, that, no matter how good these things sound, just got to stick with fundamentals. And that was when I was learning all these dropshipping things. I was also right around the time when I came across these YouTube gurus, not dropshipping ones, but the other ones.
Yeah. But they're not dropshippers, right? So it's just kind of influencers or financial influencers.
Yeah, also sell you some bullshit.
Yeah.
And yeah, that was my experience with online courses. All in all, I probably spent close to $5,000 if you include the money spent on ads, the time spent buying the courses, and coming out of it. Just my opinion, anyone who offers quick way to make money, either quick way or a secret that no one knows, It's just not true. There's if you get an ad about Facebook, FBA or dropshipping, at that point it's already too late, because they don't make money from the dropshipping or FBA business. They make money from people who end up buying the courses, like I did.
Yeah, I guess it's like if I was successful at a business and it was kind of a niche business, or successful at anything, if I'm a successful trader, or if I'm a successful dropshipper or any other business, would my time be better spent just focusing on that business? Or am I that charitable of a guy that I'm just going to go out there and spend this time that I could be very well spending making money on this thing that I'm really good at? Instead, I'm spending the time training somebody else on becoming my competitors.
And probably why you're teaching it is because you know you can't make enough money from your trading business itself. And that's why you need to teach to make that substantial amount of money.
Yeah, I mean, like if you have a genius trading strategy, why not just go start a hedge fund and become a billionaire?
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what we talked about, right? I think on third episode.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you think about it, if you remove all the glitter, all the things that people like to brag about on social media, right? The cars, the girls, the watches.
All the gurus aside, though, what do you think about dropshipping business?
Dropshipping? I mean, unless you have an intelligent way of going about it, right? Say, unless you, for example, if you have your own dedicated storage or have your network of suppliers, if you don't have these things, you're basically fighting for pennies at the bottom of the ditch. And there's no way, again, in my opinion only, you can make money, but it's going to be really, really hard. And you need to account for the other expenses that will keep piling up, like expenses for your website, expenses for ads, expenses for influencers that you're going to have to reach out. All of these things add up. So in a month-to-month term, you're probably going to be spending at least $500. And question is, can you make a sale that will justify those expenses? If yes, and if you're okay with that, do it by all means. But if not, then it's an uphill battle, and there are better ways, more fundamental ways to really make money. And those ways are, again, very traditional, and that you just need to learn a specific skill, offer something to the market, and market will decide if your skills are valuable or not.
Yeah. Well, I guess that was the precise appeal, right, of dropshipping. Why everybody just kind of flooded to dropshipping. This concept of making money without having to worry about inventory, without having to worry about your supply chain. You sit in front of a computer and you just connect buyers in America or anywhere with sellers, with with these, I guess, manufacturing facilities in China or wherever. When you were, I guess, going into it, in terms of the expenses, what is it that surprised you? The first thing, what was that kind of moment when the reality set in? You're like, holy shit, this is actually a lot harder than I expected.
Facebook ads, Google ads, just whole ads world itself it's really not that easy as people think it is. And you before you get an ad that is successful, you're probably going to burn at least $2,000 before you get that one ad that's going to work for you. And you can replicate that ad and continue making money from that ad. But again, the more you use that specific ad, the more chances of it it's going to dry out really quick.
Yeah.
And you're going to have to come up with new ads, new settings, new target audience. Just always testing. I think that was the biggest surprise. I did not know that ads are going to be this expensive. You know, when you start the ad, it tells you you're going to pay 50 cents a day.
Yeah.
And you think it's nothing, but as it piles up, it adds up really quick. And man, it hits your bank and makes you want to cry, especially if you don't get any success with it.
And no sales. Yeah.
And no sales. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think another part is your website. I did not know. I think back then people could make shady websites and still get sales.
Yeah.
But probably in today's standards, probably it's not gonna cut it, and you will need to have a professional pictures of your product, of your logo, of who you are, all of those things.
Yeah.
And that's just an additional aspect that you're gonna need to learn if you don't already know how to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I guess it's there's this economic concept of barriers to entry that determines how competitive or not competitive industries can be. Like in that, like the higher the barriers to entry into the industry, the less competitive it tends to be. And like, well, what are the barriers? Like the startup capital, how much it costs to start a business within that industry. And like, let's say it's probably a lot tougher to, I don't know, start a like soda manufacturing facility than it is to like dropship. And as a result, there are probably not as many soda companies out there. Like there's like it's dominated by what is it, like Coca-Cola, Pepsi, and like a couple of other players because they like accomplish that scale. But then with dropshipping, it seems like all you need is a laptop.
Yeah.
And that's it. And internet. And if it's that easy for you to start a business on dropshipping, it probably means that it's that easy for everybody else.
Exactly. Yes. Yes.
So now all of a sudden you're competing against thousands of people who just like you, who probably watched the video, probably watched the same video.
Yeah.
And probably were like, oh yeah, like this sounds awesome. Like I'm going to go into the business. And, at that point, I guess it becomes an arms race of who's going to buy more Facebook ads.
Yeah.
Who's going to get to that top of the attention of the people.
You're right, bro. And at the time, I guess when you see these ads for the first time, see these people for the first time, you don't want to admit it because you just get blinded by their success. You get blinded by the things that they show off, right? That you think, okay, I can get it too. If they got it, I can get it too.
Yeah.
And I guess at the time, I just didn't have a good understanding of my internal state that I would just avoid it.
Yeah.
I'm like, it doesn't matter what happens. I'm going to make it happen. But in reality, you're just going to have to listen to your gut and run the other way if you see these people.
Yeah. 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 And the interesting thing about it is that from what I understand, whenever there are these really niche businesses that cannot support a lot of entrants, but are not that difficult to start, business itself is not that difficult to start. I've noticed that people who are within the industry tend to be a little secretive, even protective. Because if anything, they probably don't want people to come in and start similar businesses. And if I recall correctly, like one thing that I heard about during like at the onset of COVID, one business that kind of became a thing was the testing facilities. If I recall correctly, like, and I don't know the details.
Testing facility, you mean for testing for COVID?
Yes, testing for COVID. I think these facilities would essentially be outsourced for like small businesses. And like I think a friend of a friend, essentially, I heard from someone was setting up facilities and was essentially like charging the government money for testing people for COVID. Obviously, it comes at no cost to the people because people just take the tests. It's part of the government initiative, but the government pays to these people to sit there and to have these facilities in place, like these little tents that you see outside on the streets. And it seems like something that you wouldn't even pay mind to, right? Like just kind of like it's like, oh, COVID testing facilities, whatever. But somebody's making money out of that. And they're not on YouTube right now telling you how to set up a tent in COVID, like for COVID testing and how to make money out of it.
Yeah, you're basically saying if you are really making money from whatever business you're in,
You're too busy running that business.
You're too busy running that business, and it's not in your interest to invite more people into a business.
Yeah.
Unless it's customers.
Unless your business is inviting more people and selling them the dream.
Yeah, man. So, have you ever had any experience with online courses? Have you ever, did you ever feel the urge to sign up to one of these?
I guess the closest experience that I had was with a guy named Tim Sykes. Shout out to Tim Sykes, the millionaire investor. So Tim Sykes is, I think, known on the internet as the guy that became a millionaire investing in penny stocks.
Oh no! Okay.
Yeah. So already, right, like some red flags there. But essentially, found out about it through a friend who's like, "Whoa, wow! Like, there's this guy named Tim Sykes. He's a millionaire. He invests in penny stocks. We should sign up for his course. We should actually learn how to invest from him." And the thing is, I was already
Tim Sykes. I've seen his ads too. With glasses.
Yeah. So with glasses, and his ads always start, "Hi there, like I'm Tim Sykes, the millionaire investor." And he always has to make sure that you know that he's a millionaire investor. Like, it's very important to him. And I didn't quite sign up for the course because I was a bit skeptical. But the thing about it is, I was already starting to get interested in stocks, and the idea is a lot of times, the higher up the food chain you go, the more difficult it is for you to find unique ideas that are not recognized by the market. So let's say you recognize that Google is a good business or Tesla is a good business, but so does everybody else. And because of that, those stocks already trade at pretty high valuations. And I think the key to making a lot of money is finding these hidden gems, really undercovered businesses within markets that you recognize are good businesses and are gonna grow at exponential rates in the future, right? That's the point. If you recognize, if you had recognized Monster when it was trading at 1 cent per share, and you invested all your money in it, if you developed enough conviction, that's how you become a millionaire, right?
Yeah.
It's because $1,000 on Monster, boom. Well, 20 years later, it's $1 million. It's a 1,000x over the course of 20 years, and now it's trading at $100 a share, roughly speaking. So, this Tim Sykes is apparently investing in penny stocks, which are basically stocks that are literally trading for pennies. Yeah, that's why they're called penny stocks, and very small companies that are not really followed by Wall Street. They're not really followed by most of the market. They're not also particularly liquid because people don't really trade them actively, and a lot of them are kind of dog shit, to be honest with you. They're small for a reason. They're not really meant to grow any further. Yeah. But there are some hidden gems, like Monster. Yeah. Monster was a penny stock at some point in the past, right? And I was like, oh yeah, if this guy's actually good at finding gems, then he's the man. But I was suspicious to begin with because of that shady influencer guru vibe to him. Millionaire investor. Yeah, why do you need to start your every single video by saying that you're a millionaire investor? Does Warren Buffett walk into a room and before answering questions is "Hi everyone, I'm a billionaire investor"? He doesn't do that, right? It's you have, what is it? Warren Buffett has been investing what is it? He's 92 now. He's probably been investing for
50 years.
It's probably 60 plus, if anything. And you literally for free can go to YouTube, or you can look up annual shareholder letters that he writes for Berkshire Hathaway, and you can read everything that this man says. Yeah, the greatest investor of our lifetime, like arguably the greatest investor of our lifetime, shares all of his knowledge for free. It's like about the kind of businesses that he likes, why he likes businesses, what makes for a good business. And he doesn't tell anybody that he's a billionaire. And there he is, this guy who's like, hey, sign up for my course. Luckily, he had a newsletter. Mm-hmm. In the emails, or just kind of like an email newsletter where he would share tips every week, and it's free. So I had a chance to check him out without actually shelling out money. Mm-hmm. I'm like, all right, let's see, let's sign up for the newsletter and see what this guy's about. And week passes, I get my first email from the guy. And I was pleasantly surprised. He actually pitched me a stock. I don't remember what stock it was, but all I remember was that the information, that the way he was pitching the stock and the things that he talked about was not really all that compelling.
But it was different.
Not necessarily.
Not really.
It was just like he gave me a name of a company, and who knows? Maybe now it's probably maybe it went to the moon and I missed out, but who knows? But the point is, I think great investors lose money. They win money, they lose money. I think every great investor in their lifetime has had periods when they've lost money. Even coming back to Warren Buffett and Berkshire Hathaway.
Yeah.
If you compare them to like a lot of investors who have invested in the growth stocks over the recent years, if anything, Warren Buffett's reputation was kind of being kind of spit on by a lot of retail investors.
Yeah.
Who made a lot of money on exactly the kind of stocks that Warren Buffett would stay away from. So in that sense, I guess Warren Buffett for some time was wrong too, right?
And you're saying during the COVID time, right?
Yeah, the COVID time. And so all investors make mistakes. But I think what makes for a great investor is the ability to truly explain why they make investments that they make. So when you look at an investor and when you try to understand, like, is that person a good investor, you kind of have to understand their thought process behind investing in a particular stock. Because that way, if things go wrong, at least you're able to trace back what exactly within their thesis was wrong. Mm-hmm. And you can talk to them about that. But then when somebody just kind of gives you very broad information that doesn't really give you any specific details, and then he just keeps reminding you that they're a millionaire, it's kind of hard to understand their thinking behind a particular name.
It just plays on emotions.
Yeah, it's kind of like a very much an emotional appeal. Yeah. He's like, hey, I ride a Lambo. You can drive a Lambo too. Invest in the stock.
It's 20,000 people signed up.
Yeah, 20,000 people signed up. But where's the thesis? Like, what makes this company? How's this company going to buy me a Lambo? Like, that's the question I'm trying to answer, right? So I read his letters. I don't know when I unsubscribed from him, but I think at some point I realized that it was just clutter in my email. Mm-hmm. And like, maybe if the newsletter was a little more impressive, maybe I would have bitten. Maybe I would have actually gone for it and bought the course. And who knows, maybe I would have been pleasantly surprised or disappointed.
Yeah.
But the point is, I ended up not signing up for the course, and I do not have regrets. No regrets.
How much was the course, though? How much was he advertising for?
I have to visit that. I actually don't know. Tim Sykes. Let's look it up.
I don't know if you're familiar with the story, but during COVID, there was also another group of people that were dishing out newsletters about penny stocks.
Yeah.
And they got popped by SEC. Legit, they got popped. Yeah. They went to jail, bro.
They went to jail.
3 guys, yes. Their ads, not going to say their names. Their ads, most of the time, had private jets, them in like 3-piece suits, with chicks, suitcases, rolling around saying, yeah, what you missing out on this newsletter that we dish out. Subscribe. We're going to get you all the good stuff. This is how you make money in COVID. Stay home, get your computer and start trading. And got popped, man.
Oh my God. Wow.
Yeah. Let's wrap this up with lessons or maybe tips for anyone who's watching, right? Anyone who is seeing these ads, because we think they're over, right? You think that people no longer do these ads, but there are actually a lot more people that,
of course,
dish out these ads.
Of course.
So what should they be looking out for? And why should they stay away from people that offer quick money?
That's a good one. Because I personally don't believe that quick money exists. I think COVID was kind of an era when everybody started chasing quick money.
Mm-hmm.
And for a moment, it seemed like there was a lot of it. Like whether it was crypto, whether it was the stock market. Like in the reopening, I'm sure a lot of dropshippers made some significant amount of money with everybody going back to shopping. Or even not even in the reopening, probably during COVID.
Yeah.
When everybody was locked in their homes and needed to shop just to spend some time.
You remember how Clorox popped? First stock that popped?
Yeah. Clorox, the hand sanitizers.
Yeah.
We were in the wrong business, man.
Yeah. Remember the masks? Remember the hand sanitizers?
Yeah.
Like, what's that?
Toilet paper? All these hustlers. Hey, kudos for them. But I guess the part that weirded me out the most, that I couldn't wrap my head around, is that toilet papers were flying off the shelves. The bidets, nobody even thought about them. I was like, wow, really? Like,
second one was more efficient and more.
Yeah. It's not just even about that. Like, you didn't even think about the alternative. It's just like, oh yeah, toilet paper's gone. Yeah, good. Yeah, try to wrap your head around that.
Yeah,
but I don't think there's quick money. It's like it doesn't exist. And whatever passive income method or just like side hustle you end up pursuing, it's still gonna take a lot of your time.
Yeah,
it's gonna require a lot of sacrifice if you want it to work. And if you're one of the lucky people who hits the lotto, good for you. I know it happens.
Yeah.
So somebody out there bought Dogecoin and then became a billionaire over the course of several months, and kudos to them.
Yeah.
But it's one person. It's not a statistical trend. And you can either look at these gurus who are either fake or are outliers, or like at the 0.01 percentile of success.
Yeah.
And kind of expect the same outcome. Or you could just kind of go into whatever venture you decide to go into with the expectation that you're going to need to put out some extra work.
Okay, so there's no such thing as zero risk investment.
Of course not. No, of course, yeah. No zero risk investments. I don't think there are zero risk investments. That's why they're investments.
There has to be some risk involved if you want to make a return on that investment.
Yeah. Because you always have to, even if there is no risk of you losing money, kind of have to think about the fact that there's also the opportunity cost involved. What is the risk of you losing the time on a venture that's not going to work out that you could have been spending doing something else? Yeah.
So I guess sticking with something that pays off, like learning a skill, practical skills. If whatever course you're watching or wanting to buy, if it doesn't fall into these categories, then it's most likely not going to work out.
Yeah, and to be honest with you, Brad, I kind of feel like we probably should avoid steering people in the opposite direction and saying that like people should be just complete cynics. So whenever they see a course, they're just gonna dismiss it completely because who knows? Maybe out there somewhere there is a course that you can pay for and actually learn a really lucrative trade.
Yeah.
Who knows? But I guess it's like for me to like going back to our previous episode, it's kind of hard to imagine a having to pay for a course when there's just so much information on the internet. I find it hard to believe that you can't find the information that you can find in that course for free.
Yeah. And the way that these gurus justify their price tag is, if it was free, nobody would watch it. And if you put a price tag on it, that's when people are going to value it. People are going to stick around. Let's clarify this.
Yeah.
And that not all courses are like that.
Yeah.
There are legit ones, but we're just talking specifically about the internet gurus. The ones that sell you the dream, sell you the Lambos, the watches, the girls, all of that stuff.
Yeah.
Those are the ones that you should probably go run the other way if you see them or if you see their ads. But the ones that are legit, you're right, they are free. On Coursera, on YouTube, you could buy them for cheap on Udemy, learn a new skill. Coding, finance, content creation, just about anything.
Yeah. Real estate.
Real estate, exactly.
Real estate.
You don't need Grant Cardone for real estate.
Or Ty Lopez.
So, anyone out there watching, hope this story was entertaining. Hope you got something out of it. We just shared our experience. Feel free to take away as many lessons as you like. Feel free to take none of the lessons. If you think we're just some random dudes talk about nonsense, it's your opinion. Just like we have our opinion on this episode and all the other ones.
Mm-hmm.
Opinions only, no financial advice. Mm-hmm. Nothing like it.
Mm-hmm. SEC plus don't arrest us. We no want trouble.
Yeah, but if you watch the episode till the end, make sure you subscribe. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you share. If you haven't subscribed, make sure you subscribe. If you're new to our channel, make sure you subscribe. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you drop your comments down below. If you're not new and you're watching our content and you're not doing all of the three, what the hell is your problem, bro?
We don't like you.
Yeah, do them three things, man. If you haven't followed us on follow us on Instagram and TikTok. Hey man, be honest, we're not really active on TikTok, all right? We just repost whatever we post on Instagram, okay? Because people on TikTok, let's not joke ourselves, okay? They're just a bunch of degenerates, man. The real people are on Instagram.
Oh my God, man.
Yeah, seriously, thank you all. Thank you all for watching. Okay, episode number 8 just wrapped up. Coming at you from Washington, D.C. Rish and Tas and Rish are out. Assalamualaikum. We'll talk next time. Alaikum. Don, 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 don.